So in this video, I wanted to do a review of the Patagonia Baggies shorts. These are Patagonia's super popular shorts. They've been sold and basically unchanged since 1982. I've had many pairs. Here's the latest crop. In men's, they're sold in a 5-inch, that's this, and then a 7-inch inseam. So basically, if you're a little taller or if you want something that hits your thigh in a different area, you can get a shorter or longer version. If you go to the women's or children's sizes, obviously there's different inseam lengths, but for men's, it's 5 and 7. There's many different colors. The colors are seasonal, aside from some standards like this gray and black. So if you want a different color, you have to go into the worn wear or kind of shop around an REI or something like that. So I really like how they look. I really like how they fit. They're a nice shape, and like aesthetically, I think they really appeal. They have like a real sort of like dad sort of vibe, and they're really clean looking. There's no additional accessories or, there's a logo, but it's very simple, very nice pair of shorts. So like aesthetically, I like them. Functionally, they have a closed back pocket, which is big. They have there's a key loop in the pocket here, which is really nice if you have your keys with you. The side pockets don't zipper, but that's okay. They have a drawstring, so fit-wise, I really like the drawstring as opposed to having like a Velcro or like a board short type thing. They are lined. The lining means these are essentially a bathing suit. So you could wear them with or without underwear. I think most people opt to wear them without. If you do wear them with, they will tend to slide down. The lining is like a smooth nylon. So if it's not up against your body, if it's up against fabric, these do tend to slide down. It's basically the lining pulls out of the pants and the pants will slide down even with the drawstring. That's definitely an issue. It means you're essentially wearing them like a bathing suit, and they don't sell it in an unlined version. That is one of the biggest strengths and weaknesses of this. It's a strength because you could wear these all day. They're great during the day as a general use or active short. And then if you want to go swimming, then you just wear them and they dry off in like 10 minutes, which is so lightweight and it's all nylon. The downside is sometimes they do slide around because you have that liner that you can't get rid of. As far as the fabric goes, it picks up stains pretty easily, but I would say it's more resistant than I would have expected from a sort of synthetic fabric. You could see this one looks a little bit dirty around the pockets. That's just, I've had them years and I wear them all the time. The fabric is non-stretch. So that's nice because it's tough and it looks cool, has a sort of like crepe type of material. But the problem with it being non-stretch is that if you are active in these, like say you're hiking and you take a bunch of big steps up, this will constrict and you will just not be able to move any further. So it'll restrict your movement. Same if you want to wear these working out, you are going to have problems on like a leg day when you just can't move your legs as much as you'd like, or if you're stretching or want to do yoga, whatever, these things just stop moving and they will stop your leg. I haven't ripped them, but you can't get a full range of motion. So that material has some strengths and has some weaknesses. I like the pocket setup. You have a pocket on each side and then you have a closed pocket on the back with a button. It's a plastic button, which I've had very good luck with. The problem with the pockets is that they're much too deep. So basically the pockets go down almost to the bottom. So like if you have a cell phone, it can be hard to get. Your keys and all are at the very bottom of your leg and your legs are moving as you walk. So whatever's in there is bouncing around. If your pocket keeps stuff higher, your leg is not moving as much close to your waist. So anything up there is more stable. Obviously, it's a trade-off. If it's lower in the pocket, it's not going to fall out. If it's higher in the pocket, it's more stable. Patagonia just moved it so far down. It's just too far down. So if I'm wearing these and I have stuff to carry, you kind of need a bag, or you got to put the stuff in that back pocket. Anything in these pockets, sort of like change or whatever, it's going to be too far down and it's not comfortable. It's a major flaw for me, but it hasn't stopped me from buying them, obviously. Okay, so the next thing I'll bring up, and this would be the last major point, is the price. They sell for about $70 now, which is pretty expensive for a pair of shorts. It's okay for a lot of people because they last and they look great, but it's not cheap and it's gone up over the years. I will say if you want to get them on the worn wear store, you can buy perfect condition, like almost new ones that were like barely used or never used for about $50. And then you can get some of the more interesting colors from previous years. And again, they've held up really well. I bought this one from worn wear. These two I bought new. Sometimes worn wear won't have colors you like, or it will have like the wrong inseam length. So it's hit and miss. You just have to check it a lot. But I would definitely recommend going with the worn wear if you can. There is also the Baggies Naturals. These are all the standard baggies. There's a natural fabric one that came out recently. I haven't used those. I don't need like a hemp baggies. I really like these. These are lightweight and they're really quick to dry. So at the end of the day, I would say I really like the baggies. I much prefer them in the 5-inch inseam than the 7-inch. But again, that's a height and fashion issue more than anything. The shorter inseam means the fact that the fabric doesn't stretch is less of a problem because it's higher up on your thigh. So if you're stepping up or stretching and it's higher on your thigh, you essentially have a more range of motion. The fabric is nice and durable. It doesn't pick up too many stains, obviously paint and some darkening over time that kind of comes with the territory. But if you just get a little bit darker color, you're good there. And the price is high, but a lot of stuff's expensive, and Patagonia's lifetime warranty or their trade-ins and all that mean that the price isn't ever really as bad as it seems. So at the end of the day, I really like these and I highly recommend them, but there are some limitations that's worth knowing about. And if you don't like them, you have that worn wear program, so you could sell them or trade them in. So that's it. It's my take on the Patagonia baggies. Thanks for watching.